order of business is roll call. May we please commence roll call? Yeah. Student trustee Hawk.
Present.
President Almendros.
Present.
Vice President Fernandez.
Present.
Chief of Staff Basta.
Present.
Speaker of the House Joe. Present. Treasurer Wallace.
Present.
Graphic designer Casillas. Web Administrator Suarez.
Present.
Chairperson Pibelli. Chairperson Aramahi.
Present.
Chairperson Assad.
Present.
Chairperson Ramakrishnan.
Present.
Chairperson Gupta. Representative Youssef.
Present.
Representative Omar. Representative Mata.
Present.
Representative Ahmed. Representative Cruz. Representative Naram.
Present.
Representative Huang. Representative Somek is excused. Representative Kanan. Representative Sharma. Representative Sands.
She's here.
Representative Satterfield. Representative Erbacher.
Present.
Representative Matakalam. Is Jacob here? Representative Rivera.
Present.
Representative Bowman. Representative Patel. Representative Pablo. Representative Santana. Representative Dixit. Representative Lopez. Representative Fumu. Representative Dasgupta. Representative Climax.
Present.
Representative Shakir.
Present.
Representative Rodriguez. Representative Fonseca. Representative Ali.
Present.
Representative Flores. Representative Shukla. Representative Rothenbaum is excused. Representative Tinping. Representative Amina. Representative Patel. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. We'll now move on to our next order of business, which is reading and approval of the minutes. Please take the time to read over the minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes? If not, then the minutes will stand as approved. The next order of business is reading and approval of the agenda. Please take the time to read over the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda? Yes.
So I would like to motion to add resolution to new business. This is resolution 2023 F9/1009. It's the USG campus.
There's been a motion to add resolution 2023 F9/1009 to the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion is carried. Are there any other corrections to the agenda? If not, we'll move on to our next order of business, which is public comments. Our first member for public comment is Melanie Atherton. Oh, yes. So you can feel free to come up and speak. You'll have 2 minutes and then I will signal. Or you can just speak from there if you'd like.
Good evening, folks. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jay Cox. My third year here at USG. Before we go any further with all that we have said, I want to start by first letting you know that the individuals be here gathered together in a coalition where it's here to have. We're here to gather today on our area. Circumstances that led us to form this year coalition was not political. The majority of the individuals who here come being based on inaccessibility to resources and services, regardless of being available. We have students here who are being silent, that bear witness to their peers being silent, for voicing their concerns, solidarity, the victims of ongoing invasive Palestinian people. We have that individuals and organizations and themselves that face microaggressions coming back from staff. And lastly, we're the voice for all of the individuals who cannot be here today, to present their grievances, how to do with your obstruction rather than service and government. We understand that we are given the right to put it on campus. I think the attendance meeting with our public comment. With that, I'd like to begin you with public comment. Now, this will start as a question, will be treated as more of a comment if you're not already. So, why is it that an org that can only be funded by being presented by USG? Why is it that an org that only funded by being presented by USG when in previous years it indicated that it did not have to be presented by USG, that it was more of a collaboration? Why did USG feel this?
I'm so sorry, that's all the time we have for our first public comment. We can now move on to our second. Yes, go ahead.
Everyone, my name is Joe Castillo, who represents Alpha, Association of America. And the reason began at certain student work, right? He's like a web business to take out the instruction, this one to the board. However, Alpha went in platform too much support. What we do now and later application and our status. But I will figure that out. I was in the project. So for example, we had a Jackson about that America event, in the corner room, and this is the part that like once they came to put up a room, that was locked. Right? That's the second issue is that although it began a second event, no way to this was the forward team for that. Additionally, since we have a schedule for this event, late October, with white business from the house, we want to separate the all right. However, at the very end, last minute, is supposed to go ahead and do it anyway. However, at that time, we partnered with the FCC, we did our best. And additionally, we feel that Alpha, we use the file, to get basic recommendations by the last. For example, we said to past summer, it's super important for all of us. Businesses and an opportunity to get entrances co-op after graduation. However, we couldn't rely on all funding, we have to talk a lot of and we talk on for funding for ourselves. Despite this, we're even put us on TV and so called model experience. And ultimately, we feel that working business Alpha is more of a tool.
Thank you. We may now move on to our next public comment.
Unfair work, discussing in private conversation, political science classroom on the president's initial lack of knowledge. Next response by. If no one recognizes it, maybe no one considered yet, but students able to get that. What does that mean for Palestinian students who represent college faculty? I mean, Palestinian students are able to get that. We cannot say that
Thank you. We will now move on to our final public comment.
I'm here to speak on the way. USG is supposed to be a representative of the student population. For starting, this body is not supposed to do. USG has a high student population, doesn't even know on that. How can you expect them to be involved when it's already accounted for the top? Like, there are several city groups here that are usually private about whether it be related to public affairs, or campus life. The effort to be seen and heard by this body is extremely minimal. Leading representation that is going to impact for your own thirdly, the body not reflected body here. There are a great range of communities here on campus that are about local. This body remains family. We want to remain nonpartisan here, however, we always be asking on the opposite side. We want to represent you to continue to stand up and amplify the voice to the others. It appears to me that USG does not represent students, but rather mirrors the exact issues that USG and utilize some have. So my question to you is, will you continue to let USG administration set the terms for how this body represents us, or will you stand, support, and meet with us students to understand what we're coming from and what and we want to know what you guys for us?
Thank you. That concludes our public comment section. The public commenters information has been recorded in our meeting minutes. Thank you for giving your remarks today. We will now move on to our next order of business, which is guest speakers, of which there are none. So we will now move on to the next order of business, which is full business. First, we have resolution 2023 F8 1006. Could you please have a chief sponsor read this for us? Resolution 2023 F8 1006.
So, our chief sponsor is the and my students so we have one meeting where the faculty of Wednesday, November 29th, from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. in the center. And like we heard about, the undergraduate style out with American style get the flag and 100 students of low stress ball, international teams all around the world, and up in any other music. And let it be resolved that we understand until we
Thank you. I'll now move forward with discussion. As a reminder, we will be voting on this tonight. Are there any questions or comments regarding this resolution? Fine. If not, we'll move forward with voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 F8 1006, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then resolution 2023 F8 1006 is passed. Next, we have resolution 2023 F8 1007. Could we please once again have chief sponsor read this for us? Thank you. We will now move forward with discussion. As a reminder, we will be voting on this tonight. Are there any questions or comments regarding resolution 2023 FA 1007? Yes, Sadie. Yeah. Vegetarian option, you will have vegetarian option, you will have vegetarian halal option too. You will order after that. We will check the best options for vegetarian. Oh, location, sorry, so for the location, I communicate with the computer center directors, they will turn back us first. But yeah, possibly a computer center, but we are working on that. Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Yes.
If not, the community center, and your service.
I think we will pass around the wireless mic next time, but any other questions or comments regarding this resolution?
Can I motion to amend it? Say, you have vegetarian option, that so that is represented. Or do you? want? Okay, I motion to amend the resolution to say, and a vegetarian option, in one parentheses, that was slurp speed.
Sure, there's been a motion to amend the resolution to include and a vegetarian option in the parentheses, under the second to last, let it be further refined. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion carries. Are there any other questions, comments, or yes?
Still going like, based off of the. We will. We will confirm.
Any other questions, comments? Yes, Matoy.
I'd also like to make a motion for the,
Go for it.
I'd like to add desserts such as cookies, brownies, and slash or cupcakes.
There's been a motion to add desserts such as cookies, brownies, and or cupcakes to the list of food outlined in the resolution. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion carries. Yes, Matoy.
Let's make another motion.
Go for it.
I like a motion to add the such as water, soft drinks, and lemonade as well.
There's been a motion to add drinks such as water, soft drinks, and lemonade to the resolution. Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion carries. Any other questions, comments, or amendments to the resolution? If not, we'll move forward with voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 F8 1007, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then resolution 2023 F8 1007 has passed. Next, we have resolution 2023 F8 5004. Could we please have the chief sponsor read this for us?
Whereas the Public Affairs Committee wants to add professional media equipment to modernize USG presence on social media and the website. Whereas the undergraduate student government recognizes the importance of investing in equipment and accessories to facilitate high quality content creation. And whereas in order to effectively achieve these objectives and improve content quality, the undergraduate student government requires the purchase of essential equipment and accessories, including a camera, rotating tripod, tripod extender, utility cart, and an SD card. Then, let it be resolved that the undergraduate student government will allocate a maximum of $1,254.95 to purchase the following equipment and accessories: camera mic stand kit for $1,000, rotating tripod for $84, tripod extender for $24, utility cart for $98, and an SD card for $48. Let it be resolved, or let it be further resolved, that any unspent funds from this allocation shall be returned to the undergraduate student government's budget.
Thank you. I will now open the floor up for questions and comments. Yes, go ahead.
I motion to amend the resolution to say, camera sling bag for $39.99 instead of, utility cart for $98.99, and to also change, $1,254.95 to $1,195.96. I sent the updated version in the email chain.
So if everyone will have a look at it, there has been a motion to change the dollar amounts and items listed to reflect the updated version sent to the email chain. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion is passed. Are there any questions or comments regarding this resolution? Yes.
So, would you guys ever go to the auction?
So me, web administrator Mauricio, and treasurer Matoy met this past Thursday, and we looked into other camera options, and unfortunately we found that this would be the best choice, considering that this camera is good quality, first of all, and then also it comes with a lot of extra an extra things that come with it, like a kit of a tripod and a microphone. So the camera on its own is going to be around $400 to $600, and then it's like $650. And then if we were to purchase the camera on its own, we would still have to add a microphone, which is going to equal maybe like $80, and then another tripod. So we had to keep in mind of what the kit holds with the camera. Lisa, do you want to add on? Oh, sorry, what was your question?
Yes,
The warranty. We didn't
go past it, yeah.
We didn't go past looking into a warranty because I think on Amazon, I'm not honestly well versed. Maybe Treasurer Matoy can answer this question, but there was no option that showed that we can purchase a warranty. I know most warranties are monthly based payments, which I believe student gov cannot do.
Yeah, it looks like we would not get warranty for these.
Yes, you said.
People where it is.
So since we changed from having the equipment in a car to a, camera backpack, we thought it'd be easier to kind of handle that way and maybe either keep in the back closet or the president's office, perhaps, since it's locked. And it would probably be easier to, get to instead of having it at the DOS office.
And we checked the office door or the closet in the office does indeed block.
Mhm.
Any other questions or comments? Yes, Jordan or Jeremy.
I guess I wanted to ask, who would be allowed to be able to handle the camera?
Yeah, so since our last meeting, we have basically come up with an idea basically to create a Google form that, the PAC director will make, and then obviously they'll send it out. Anybody in USG is welcome to use this camera. We would probably have 2 people from the PAC committee handle the camera, so if a committee member of if a representative of another committee wants to use the camera for an event or anything else, the PAC member would probably, handle the camera.
Yeah, and I just want to add that, so when we first get the camera, me and Zaina will be teaching everyone in PAC on how to use it and how to be careful with it and whatnot, just how to take care of it. And then after that, our plan is to have, if anyone else from any other committee wants to use the camera and wants to learn, you can just come to us and we will be able to then give you a quick course on how to use it, precautions, whatnot. And then from there, you would be able to use it.
Yes, Anthony.
This is when like camera breaks, if it's then like what happens to the camera? You have to buy a whole new one or?
So hopefully that, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Hopefully we take good care of it. And keep it in good company, hopefully, somewhere safe. But yeah.
Yes, Sadie.
What do you usually are? You like pay once and then it lasts for 10 years?
I mean, if you guys feel like we should have a warranty, I think we could definitely make a vote to add one to the budget.
The one thing that you, it's not just the whole thing, but like, it's like, the environment. Yeah, that you, we do a business plan. Cover that, but I think it's not much.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into it. I know we have to vote on this tonight, but.
I think
So, to combat this, argument we're having right now, I think we should make a motion to the resolution to add a warranty if possible.
Mhm.
And I think we should allocate $100.
Mhm.
All right, would you like to make that motion?
I'd like to make a motion for that resolution. I'd like to add the possible purchase of a warranty up to $150 as we make any damage attempts.
There's been a motion to add the inclusion of a warranty up to $150 to the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion carries. Are there any other questions or comments regarding this resolution? If not, we'll move forward with voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 F85004, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? Okay, I believe you know what, let's call for a division of the House, so we can raise our hands. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 F85004, please raise your hands. All opposed, please raise your hands. Does anyone abstain? Okay, with that, resolution 2023 FA 5004 has passed. Next, we will move on to, yes. There's been a motion to suspend the rules and revisit the agenda. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion carries and we revisit the agenda. All right. We'll now move on to reading and approval of the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda? Yes.
Like the motion to add some discussion.
Sure, there's been a motion to add an item for discussion to the agenda. Go ahead.
I'd like to add. Student body inquiries.
Student body inquiries, there's been a motion to add student body inquiries to items for discussion. Is there a second? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion has passed. We'll now return to our order of business, which is new business. First, we have resolution 2023 F9/1008. Can we please have the chief sponsor read this for us?
I'll be reading Resolution 2023 F9/1008 USG Office Supplies. Chief sponsors are Representative Goman, Representative Patel, Representative Omar, Representative Gupta, myself, and Treasurer Cabales. Co-sponsor is President Almendras. Whereas the undergraduate student government office acts as a space for members to conduct business, hold meetings, and interact with each other. And whereas it is important for the USG office to be properly stocked with supplies in order to better support the various activities that occur. And whereas the USG office requires upkeep and cleaning to keep it maintained and usable and efficient, then let it be resolved, the USG shall authorize the purchase of essential office supplies, cleaning supplies, and light snacks / refreshments for USG members to utilize during meetings and work sessions. Let it be further resolved, these items are listed below in Appendix 1 and shall not exceed $450. Let it be further resolved that any unspent funds shall be returned to the USG budget.
All right, I will now open the floor for discussion. As a reminder, we will be voting on this next week. Are there any questions or comments regarding this resolution? Yes.
I would be curious, like recommendation wise, is it possibly instead of doing one for maybe with our funding, maybe a lot of our
Definitely something we could look at and discuss more about, like if certain items can be like removed, maybe some like food items, stuff like that. We should be able to fund that ourselves. We could definitely discuss that more this week.
Any other questions or comments? Yes, Armin.
Oh, why don't you work for this? Kind of you kind of more here for a managed to share.
Yeah, and I like that.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
I'll add that into the email chain right now.
Yes. Any other questions or comments regarding this resolution? Yes, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'd like to recognize that we're spending at least $130 for something snack. I don't think that amount of money is necessary just for the tax, but just for USD. I don't feel comfortable spending money on student government, specifically the tax. Yeah, and I want to agree with
Yes, Anthony.
that comment, like if we're gonna spend this amount of money, like we should put it into like some chairs or really like how can we do it? You obviously you almost fell. So it's like stuff like that, you know, if we're actually gonna put stuff that will benefit our own, like actually put it into it. So
Did you have a comment, voice? Oh, you're not raising your hand, okay. Yes, Nina?
I know some people were calling it the USG office last week, and I think it would be helpful if we took an inventory of office supplies that we needed. For the project.
Yes, Matthew?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with the chairs. There have been many times where I almost died. I know which chairs we're talking about. And I think it was a result of, we got these chairs from departments that didn't want them, and I think it's very clear why they didn't want them. So I think, in regards to office supplies, I think, what we'll do moving forward with this resolution is to maybe gear towards, office improvements, because I definitely think that's, needed. Also, I was also thinking of reimagining how we use the office space, whether it's increasing storage or increasing seating. But I was planning to create a task force, so please, stay tuned for.
Any other questions or comments regarding this resolution? If not, please reach out to one of the chief sponsors if you have any suggestions, and we will be voting on this next week. Next, we have resolution 2023 F9/1009, which was submitted to the agenda. It should be attached in the email chain, so could we please have a chief sponsor read this? Like it's. Try again? Or just speak into it.
No.
Try turning it up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. What? There we go. All right, I will now come forward for discussion. As a reminder, we will be voting on this next week. Are there any questions or comments regarding resolution 2023 F9? Yes, Arnold.
Oh, I would like to make an amendment to Article 7.
Sure, as a chief sponsor or co-sponsor?
I would like to add also, the sponsor.
There's been a motion to add Ariman Narang as a chief sponsor. Is there a second?
Second.
I think someone else has to say. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion carries. Are there any other questions or comments regarding this resolution? If not, we will be voting on this next week and we will move on to our next order of business, which is items for discussion. Our first item for discussion is student body inquiries. Anthony, would you like to introduce this?
So I just want to acknowledge that the community came out to speak to us, and I just want to take the time to, they came here for us, trust us, and we present them. And in my opinion, I'm very embarrassed to stay here, because they literally called us out. If they're here to call us out, and talk about the benefits, and we have to do something about this in a way, because I was not just gonna stay here and not acknowledge that they were just here and we're not to suspend the rules and did not talk about this. So I gave an announcement about asking us for help.
Yes, Matthew, and then Yusuf. Oh, Yusuf?
Yeah, I think you, I felt wanted to do when they came here, and I think that as a body, the issues that they bring up, that they felt like we were not representing them, we were not going in there as a student body, and I agree with them. I feel like we have certain restrictions on what we can say and what we can do as a body, and as USG itself. I mean, and I think that we have those in place, but obviously our that we're supposed to represent are feeling that their voice is not being heard, that they're just they're feeling the same like pressure from the admin that they're all to the body, their own people they're supposed to represent. And yeah, I guess that's my thought.
Yes?
I think that one.
Yes, Sadie?
I know not a lot to do that, but I know some of the organizers here also feel that they should have somebody that is doing that comes to us. I want to say, the other way, love the world, have a money on the USD bank, because you know, it's probably, and not just us, that's all.
So. So I know those public comments, and I know. We're very negative towards the work we have been doing. I think it's a result of us not telling students what we have been working on. Because in terms of at least room reservations and student work support, we've been working on that tirelessly. It's been said over and over again in our reports, many multiple times. Like beginning of this year, we've increased student org funding to also expand to catering, and that's a big thing student orgs want. We also, I mentioned this in my last report, but I got confirmed confirmation that we decreased fees by $15 while also giving departments what they need. This includes increased staffing so that they can support student orgs and their whatever they need. And also keeping the budget for their student org funding. So that's still a continuous thing we are working on. And I encourage everyone to participate in these discussions as they move forward. But those are things that we have been working on. And during the period before we did our voting, I spoke to many student orgs, those that allowed me to speak to their groups, just to get their feedback on the multiple fee increases, which again resulted in $15 decrease student fees. And in regards to addressing the Israel-Palestine conflict, I know that we have discussed this a lot, and watching around the nation, what other student groups are doing and such. And we, I know it hasn't been discussed much in the body, but we have been listening to their concerns. For example, when SJP members were got intercepted by UIC police, we met with UIC police to kind of discuss their approach to addressing student demonstrators. And I told them not to be more mindful of that. They will be mindful of that. In addition, I've been keeping in touch with them in regards to ensuring that their free speech and right to demonstrate is protected. For example, tomorrow, I know there's a campus-wide boycott on UIC affiliated stores, venues, and other anything that's UIC affiliated. I talked to the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs about it and told him that it's in their right to do this. And I called for a meeting to discuss this and to discuss what students are feeling, and to also address the increasing behavior towards Palestinians and also to Jewish students. As a campus, we need to promote that we're one campus and unity. I say this a lot. This is coming from my public health background. There's a concept called One Health. It's basically the idea that your health is tied into the environment, animals' health, and people around you health. It affects your health. And I kind of took that and brought here as I call it like one campus, and we're all in this together. So I would like to invite everyone to join us on the meeting this week. I'll send more details over email. Hopefully we can find a time that meets for everyone. I'm ready to meet with anyone outside of that set meeting to further discuss.
Isaiah, and then Mauricio and then Grace.
So when it comes to USD, what we heard from our public speakers, the new thing is that, again, we are doing a lot of work for our free body, but some of these organizations are not seeing them. So we've been doing a lot of events and we've been having a secret and other events. But again, if we're really catering to a very new students, I get it for me to get. We're not receiving when it comes to the lawyers and political efforts, those who are in the USD prior or follow the USD before do that we are willing to say that again, political activism. And I think that applies to now too, right? At the same that we not. But again, if students are not feeling that this body is supportive of them, I think we all get to ways that we can with this body in the first one.
Mauricio, Grace,
Yeah.
and then
Saba wants to speak.
Saba.
Hi everyone, sorry, the audio has been cutting in and out, so I apologize if I'm repeating anything that's already been said today.
Can you start over real quick? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so myself and I, and another representative approached Representative DeLay and Matthew about, addressing what's going on in our local and in the Palestinian community. And we were unable to come up with an official letter. We're hoping to announce one next week. However, I do think it's important to remember that us as representatives represent the student body, and we don't represent the university's beliefs. And I think that's something that a lot of students are still struggling with, that, like the university has sent out letters and other statements that are very one-sided, if I may say. And I think it's important to remember that us as individuals, we represent the student body, and it's important to represent those needs.
Great, and then, did you? Okay, and then donation.
So there's several things we discussed that we can do. First, I talked to Representative Saba about doing a forum next semester on this to bring students together. I also will talk to the university about student concerns and demands, specifically the status committee that they are seeking to implement. Chancellor status committee, that is, and ensuring that we do, as we mentioned, being semester have plans to ensure the protection of free speech and expression. That comes with the Chicago statement that will hopefully introduce beginning. Yes, yes, there is.
And then I believe we have someone on Zoom, and then I. Also, the guy. Yeah. And also, I think we should post what we are doing on social media, so the students are aware. Then you said, things putting dollars on the fees, so they will know what's happening. I think we can just post about that, then you also.
I agree with Don Shay. I think that's such a good idea, and I do remember them saying when they came in today that, they wanted to come back and talk to us about more of their issues, and they also want to hear from us, because it's one thing to just do a tabling event and ask all students what they wanted, what change they want to see on campus, but I feel like maybe like a town hall this semester would be beneficial, because I know when they come in for public comment, we can't, as a board, or really, as a, you know, even representatives, we can't really comment. They just usually come in, give us their concern, and then they leave. So I do know that they did today, they wanna hear what we are doing, or they wanna hear what we can do. So I feel like maybe a town hall would be beneficial. I know we do a mental health town hall, and we do the campus safety town hall, but I remember last year we had one where SJP came in and they kind of got to hear from USG and administrators as well of what we've been doing.
And was there someone on Zoom?
Oh, yes. Mm,
Hello,
You're good.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I would just like to second what Representative Saba was saying. I think there's been a lot of discontentment from the student body and for people who are not even familiar with student government on the silence of student government, especially considering that we are supposed to be a diverse body. And again, emphasizing what Representative Saba said, that we don't represent the university and as an institution, we represent the students at our university. And it's very disappointing to see that we have been unable to release a clear and precise statement on how us as student government are being there for the Palestinian students on our campus. And I think that's something that should change, or else like it's not going to be, a good representation for us as student government. A lot of people are being introduced to student government now. There are people that didn't know what student government is, and now all they know about student government is their silence. And I think that is not a good place for us to be at.
Karina?
So if you don't know, I'm the LA Committee, and I know this is one of the things that part of it is by time up here at USG. And with that, I have a picture that's possible by the executive board, so I would hope that if anyone wants to work with me on this issue, they can feel free to reach out to me. And I just go over exactly the concerns, but it's very important that we as a student body are even pointed out in this direction. I know you guys do not want to do that as well. So hopefully, if one is wanting to join me on this, then
Any other comments? Yes, Yusuf and then Danush. Yusuf, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was about like us being silent. I agree that like we somehow like I was one of the students that approached that. But I think that us being silent sends a message that we don't care about what's happening, we don't care about our community or anything. I think the wording of what we do, the wording, like the reality of what we have to do sometimes gets better of us, even like the Palestinians are we don't like say like, oh, we care what's happening. And I think I would ask one of the executive board would be fun saying you guys think that is silence is there when USG is limiting us formally from doing.
Yes.
So, yeah, in terms of the state, science, I can see that, but we haven't been, not taking action on this. So, again, I'll send an email about a meeting. We'll probably host multiple meetings for it so that everyone can come together to discuss this and create an action plan.
Dimitri and then, July and then Karina. just to clarify things, unfortunately, we can't respond to public comments, and I know you referred to that, so if we do want to respond, it's in the minutes, so they're contact information. Would you?
Have an option that we care really sensitive and we were hard about that, how we can express ourselves about it, how we are that. But, there was a price about we definitely made all. Work with all the students and we represent all student bodies and we will be on. And like President Maxwell saying, people have a. You guys all.
Yes, Jordan and then Karina and then Sadie. Oh, sorry, wait. Karina, Sadie, Jordan.
Just piggyback. This is obviously considered by, yes, there is a concern politically, but we really think about it, we're not helping. If this were to occur.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, for the statement, we do have a statement ready. But it was, I was given advice from students not to release it, but we will again reassess this this week. Again, in regards to statement, and in regards to our action plans, but also in regards to, our funding. In our student guidelines, for funding donations. We can't, give donations with student fees, but, I think we can open up a meeting to, discuss that further with, the dean of students.
Okay. If there are no final comment. Okay, with that, we will end discussion on this topic. Again, always feel free to reach out to each other and the relevant parties, to discuss anything further. And we'll move on to our next order of business, which is excellency reports. May we please have the report from the advisor?
Sure, hello, everyone. I think my first comment is regarding the meeting. I appreciate them being in today, but I encourage you all to see, broadly, because it's been our student population. It's not a meeting. We have had a lot of conversations. I think it is there, really, really helpful. You get to about how we have. We are one diverse institution in Chicago. You know, Lord, really, when you think of that. And so, there are a lot of things going on. I think there's a lot of clarification around what's going on. If you think about what's supposed to be. What I say, thinking more broadly, is that you all are not monolith and you represent any voices on the student campus. You have to be thoughtful, whatever message you all put out, what that is. So, if you all have questions about what I'm saying, I'm open to what that question is, but it's really hard to think about you all and looking at all of these different faces in this space. And I am very sensitive with what is going on in the world. But I encourage you all to be informed, make sure that whatever you all are putting out is thoughtful, resourceful, responsible to the many voices in body that are in this. I am open to any questions about what I just said. I'm being very thoughtful because I understand that it is a lot going on in this world. And we are a microcosm of what is going on as we navigate. Any questions for me before I? Can you say your name? So, we're not
removing our scale of the ground is a good idea. It's like as you think that
no, so I don't think anybody is individually any type of thing. However, I do believe that you are representing a large student population. And I do not believe, but I think Dallas is a large person. So thinking about what those experiences when you're when you are speaking with thoughtfulness, because you all are not an active group. Individually, you can be, but you are representing a large population. And so just being thoughtful about it. I don't think we should experience. The last point is, I would say, someone mentioned around the references, I think those are thoughtful actions. When you're thinking about your fund. And you think about Chicago's population, Venezuela, like those are thoughtful things. So I just wanted to put that out there. Feel free to ask me any questions, my email, you can get my email, it's on the list. But I really just want you all, as you think about what's taking in Harley, how you all are thinking, navigating and just being thoughtful and trying to avoid it. There are not always answers. And maybe don't have answers for the representative, probably visual representative. The only other thing I had, and then I go to Carlos that report is we have Ray Joy here. Representing our executive advisory council that will talk more about this. My name is Ray Joy, I'm your neighbor. For in relation to the office of student, you're already in conversation about an update for actually and we like to go. So somewhere. Something that I wanted to bring to y'all attention is one of the things that I did research about USD. So we wanted to make that help qualify, and I wanted to bring up the things that I noticed on the website. So first of all, your USD introduction video, 20, so probably a good idea to update that. Your home newsletter is not being fixed. Your USD calendar, committee and commission, we'll probably need to update these times to some of those dates spring 2023. Agenda and minutes, they have not been updated since October 16th. And then please check on the link, some of them did not access. Resolutions have not been updated. Upcoming USD events is not stated on the website. I'm happy that y'all are getting a camera. I think you are going to be very happy with the live stream, but also you need to take pictures of your friends. I went to some of y'all's social media accounts and saw that your USD Facebook is engagement is not existent. With one interaction since October 26th. And then your Instagram, great interactions and all that stuff. Engagement and promoting events, but I feel like we can take pictures of exactly what kind of things you're missing. And then your USD YouTube, when looking at that more than years, your highest video picture. With all your other videos ranging 5 minutes. So something that you need to think about in terms of doing live stream is how you promoting that shows like, hey, you don't have any content. So my suggestion is to use Instagram to promote your live stream. And then this is more or less an open opportunity. And I'm new to the USC community and new to the advice to USC. If you would like to have a conversation with me, I'm always happy to have one. I'm going to be meeting with the executive board this week, but I think we can have up every month. I'm pretty sure my email is with her. If not, my email is cmhda8@usc.edu.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the advisors? If not, we'll move on to the next report, which is the report of the student trustee.
Thank you, everyone. Happy week for you all tonight. Very soon to start here, but that's what we're here for. That's what we're here. I kept my report very short this week. First and foremost, congratulations to your executive successful case. Was very fun. I went there. Our podcast was successful. I heard nothing but positive comments on you tonight. We had to see everyone came out. It's the support So that was interesting, and we actually thought it was very interesting, so funny. From the Graduate Student Council, the current Vice President has been named permanent president for the council. I'm sure that he's very well August. I know he did very well. He's thoughtful, diligent, ritual, who will lead us well. As body the past, person will have many more. Her, the first of my meeting, I kept it very light this week. I'm ready to take the price. Deputy Chief of Staff, Spencer, as well as Deputy Miranda herself. We had wide-ranging discussions, so many different topics, and I'm very pleased to see the progression in the offices respectively, and greater thoughts on where they want to go forward in the future. I continue my collaboration with Vice President Dixon, regarding we have, for giving periodic updates on technology services. Hopefully that's the wrap up around January time. We'll see. It's up to the year. And then lastly, the board of trustees meeting will be at the next week. Wednesday is committee review. Thursday is at the meeting of the ADM. Both are in the forum. Maybe something is going to energy, so we're hoping for all of this time. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for the report of the student trustee? If not, the report shall be filed, and then move on to the next order of business, which is officer reports. First, we have the report of the president.
So, my report is mainly just, commemorating, all the community collaborations, that's gone through on this entire year. I think it really showed, this past week, with connected student leaders, around 20 student organizations, attended this event, and we look forward to continuing connecting with them, not just in this connected student leader event, but more so informing them, getting them involved with our initiatives. And as Moz said, the tailgate was very successful, which is really great. I think that was like the most packed I've ever seen it be. But overall, I think every committee is doing an amazing job. That every individual committee member is doing an amazing job as well. There's a lot of things that each committee is working on that I think will show fruit into the next coming into the next semester. And I also noticing that there's increased collaboration between each committee, which is very exciting. For example, the USG Campus Safety Week, that's been organized by the Campus Life Committee, the Legislative Affairs Committee, but also supported by the Public Affairs Committee and the Treasury Committee, to make that a reality. It's kind of out of place in my report, but the USG Faculty OER Leadership Award Subcommittee met for the first time last week on Friday to review the program, discuss the responsibilities of the committee, and to prepare the next steps and objectives. You can see the members listed below, but in terms of this next steps, it's really reviewing the nomination form and getting the website page up and running, as well as just getting other smaller logistics going, such as the call for nominations, campus-wide. There are some important events coming this week. For example, tomorrow there's a thankful event from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sure John will speak a little bit more on, but it's a very exciting event because this will be the first show of the advocacy for the meal swipe donation program, which, as a reminder, allows students to donate their meal swipes to a student in need. And I guess we'll be doing it for the first time tomorrow under this permanent matching. So if you know any student with meal swipes that they do not use, please direct them to this thankful event. I believe the details were posted on the assembly group chat. So please stop by if you do also you yourself have a any unused dining hall swipes, and we will be releasing information as we get more on it in regards to the meal swipe donation program to in terms of like how it works and when it will get started. With that, I yield my time.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the president? If not, then the report shall be filed. Next, we have the report of the vice
So tailgate, last week I was just coordinating that, sorry, I was sick. I was just coordinating the details with CSI and other student orgs, coordinating with Alumni Association to get alumni to come to the event. Be in the competition as well. There's great student turnout. There must have been 200 people around the tailgate competition, so that's great to see. All the cupcakes and cocoa were consumed by the students, so that was also great. Thanks to student trustee Mohan, furniture, and everyone really enjoyed that. And everyone who showed up to make USG engage with the tailgate, everyone who came from USG. And just as a note, I think Director Jajal had the largest percentage of people show up, so you can have like pizza prize, so congrats. And then continue to communicate with Campus Care Assessment Gap Committee, plan of action to address student wellness on campus. There's a Chancellor's Athletic Advisory Council representative from USG side open. So if you'd like to join that, just let me know. Do group me or emails. But I didn't want to have questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the vice? If not, then the report shall be filed. Next, we have the report of the treasurer.
Hello, everyone. So from my report, we can look at chief of staff from Boston, where we discussed the recent manager and how related to the. I also attended that and tailgate. I was extremely happy with the turnout, felt way better than last year. And unfortunately, we had a few last minute complications with the event. We did not get that there, but also had to be pretty time. We thank you for all of your attendance. Also, so if you have any more things or ideas on that, please feel free to let me know. And we also work on looking over bylaws to make sure that we will be up to date. And I also ordered catering to the photos of these career events and to dedicate to members that serve a lot of our burgers. Topics out of our setting on the platter and the story of the and the bottom next page you can see the 5 people update. So we currently have $119,000. So if you like any more ideas, you would like either
Are there any questions regarding the report of the treasurer? If not, then the report of the treasurer shall be filed. Next, we have the report of the speaker. All right, hello everyone. Happy GBM 9. As a reminder, we only have one GBM left for this, so make sure you're getting all your affairs in order. It will be held in ARC, not in SCE, just to make sure you're all going to the right place. I'm continuing my one-on-one representative meetings. As a reminder, these meetings are mandatory, so if you haven't met with me, please select this week. Because the meeting slots end this week. I will actually be going to town on Thursday, so it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday, and if you are not able to meet during one of those days, please reach out to me directly and we will figure something out. I attended the LEC and SSC meeting. Thank you to the directors and representatives for having me. It was great seeing what you guys are doing. I also attended CLC's Connecting Student Leaders event. So congratulations and a job well done to Director Tejwal and to all the CLC representatives for organizing an amazing event. I attended USC's homecoming tailgate on Friday, which had a spectacular turnout. Thank you to everyone who showed up, and congratulations to our very own homecoming royalty, Secretary Abigail. And I met with Representative Sajal and Interim Speaker Modesty to plan the USG fall social, which will occur on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. during our usual GBM time. Helping on Taylor, and I yield the rest of my time to Sajal to talk a little bit about the social. Questions? Are there any questions or being there for this meeting? If not, then the report shall be filed. Next, we have the report of the chief of staff.
Hey everyone, happy General Body Meeting 9. Again, it's crazy to say that. Keep up the great work, everyone's doing fantastic things. Let's finish the semester strong. So first and foremost, I held a check-in with Director of Public Affairs Zana. We discussed USG outreach, promotion of our events, assessing our current practices and brainstorming ways to improve our exposure to students. Also, we discussed the first USG newsletter. So this conversation we had is very relevant to multiple things that were brought up today. We're really assessing, how can we reach our students better? How can we promote our initiatives better? And, I guess that better awareness, things that we're really achieving. Also, the USG website was one of the things that we talked about, so we will be updating that. I also held a check-in with Director of Student Success, Awesome. We discussed the USG Faculty OER Leadership Awards Subcommittee, prospective events for the Student Success Committee, and plans for the remainder of the semester. I also held a check-in with Director of Diversity and Inclusion, Delay. We discussed recent meetings with administrators and upcoming DIC initiatives. Additionally, I held a check-in with Treasurer Matthew Wallace. We discussed recent and upcoming events requiring funding and the submission of RFFs to the Dean of Students Office. Lastly, I attended the Connecting Student Leaders event. And I just want to say great work to the Campus Life Committee. That was fantastic turnout and the event was very well executed. But on that note, I'll yield my time for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the chief of staff? If not, then the report of the chief of staff will be filed. Next, we have the report of the diversity and inclusion chair.
Hey everyone, happy to be online. I had a meeting with the Sales and Cultural Center Director Margaret Fink last week. We discussed about how to train students, especially student leaders, about accessibility and increase awareness of disabilities at USC. And we have further meeting plans. I had a meeting with the Equity and Inclusion in Engineering Program Director Elsa Soto. We discussed about how to improve inclusion at USC, specific DEI engineering programs, and our collaboration. We also talked about the alumni network. I met with the Chief of Staff for checking of diversity inclusion communication. I visited the Gender and Sexual Center, Black Cultural Center, and Rebel Central, or the Black Cultural Center. I talked with the directors and cultural center teams about our meeting, path, future. I had the Black Cultural Center and hip hop and social justice last Tuesday. Shout out to all great panelists and BCC for such a powerful panel. It was great to hear very strong opinions by the panelists. I had a big meeting with diverse and inclusion representatives. We brainstormed about our initiatives. Thank you for those who came to tailgate. I attend the Connecting Student Leaders Event on Thursday. Special thanks to Director Tejual and the site committee and everyone who contributed. It was a great event. And I attend tailgate Friday, November 10th. I visit the organization and my team. I want to say especially thank you for Michael and everyone who contributed to it. And also today we talked about in a meeting for let her know about we will have a meeting, like we mentioned, it's all open everyone. I want to say thank you for everyone for this speech and to remind us how diverse we are, how important to act together. Yeah, I yield my time to questions, or you can always email me
taxpayer group. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the diversity and inclusion chair? If not, then the report of the diversity and inclusion chair shall be filed next to the report of the legislative affairs chair.
Hi everyone, happy Diwali if you do celebrate. It was this weekend, so I hope everyone who celebrates have fun, lighting sparklers. So I'll keep it short. I met with some of the leaders who run an HSI symposium. So we haven't decided as a USG body if we're going to go or not, but basically different HSIs across the country meet at Capitol Hill to lobby representatives and senators for different initiatives. So these initiatives can range from increasing diversity in like doctoral and master's programs to student loan forgiveness. But if you're interested in lobbying in general, please do reach out to me. My email is there, as there will be a lot of different lobbying initiatives that will come up next semester. We also had our last LAC committee meeting, so thank you LAC committee for your hard work. And an update that I just got today is that we were able to send out our English class civic engagement pilot program, our completed campaign with the flyer and everything. So thank you to Rep Lopez, who's in here, but the slides and the script. Thank you to Representative Mata for doing the voice recording, even though it did not work the first time. I appreciate you doing it again over the weekend. And thank you to not graphic designer, web administrator Mauricio for copying it all together last night very late. So thank you to everyone for being a round of applause. So as we collect the data back from looking at which students like view it, and our wonderful Ray Joyce will help us look at the data, and we will kind of go with that and look at our plans for next semester for civic engagement. I also attended the USG Safety Week kickoff meeting today. We solidified the panel people to invite, refreshments and timing as the resolution was introduced today. And upcoming events, if you're interested in free lunch and civic engagement, there is a talk on November 15th from 12 to 1 p.m. at the library. So there is a QR code. If you would like to attend, feel free to email me and I can send that to you. Also, if you Google that, it should be on the library's page as well. I'm also doing one-on-one exit meetings with all of my representatives in LAC, but if you'd also like to talk to me, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. And I'll yield my time for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the legislative affairs chair? If not, then the report shall be filed next to the report of the public affairs chair.
Hi, everyone. Happy GBM 9. I met with Chief of Staff Quinn and Web Administrator Mauricio, and we discussed PAC updates and promotional outreach, connecting student leaders event, and website updates. I met with Vice President Michael to discuss outreach for the UIC tailgate competition, met with Treasurer Matoy and Web Administrator Mauricio to finalize merchandise and camera options. Attended the Connecting Student Leaders event, attended the UIC tailgate last Friday. Thank you to everyone that came out, and to Director Tijol and Vice President Michael for organizing it. Also make sure to keep up with the photo drive that's pinned in the USG group me, and make sure to upload pictures, and the pictures that you do upload, make sure they're appropriate, and also show the event that you're hosting, and also make sure the pictures also kind of showing a visual engagement with the student body. Directors, please make sure you're making folders for each event that you do host. Also, thank you, Carlos, for your recommendations for our social media and website. Me and Web Administrator Mauricio are going to make sure to keep up to date and stay consistent with the USG content for November. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the public affairs chair? If not, then the report shall be filed next to the report of the student success chair.
Hi, everyone. So last Thursday, we had the last Student Success Committee meeting of the semester. Thank you so much to Speaker Michelle and Interim Speaker Monty for visiting. Currently, I'm scheduling one-on-ones with Student Success Committee reps to continue researching and working on initiatives for next semester. I also had a one-on-one with President Almendros to discuss an accelerated master's program last Thursday. And right after that, I had a Senate Educational Policy Committee meeting to discuss like different programs that we have on campus. The OER subcommittee met last Friday. We had a lot of really productive notes coming out of that. I attended the USC tailgate for the first time on Friday, so big shout out to Vice President Fernandez for putting in so much work to make it enjoyable for everyone. I meet with Director Jean Riordan of Career Services tomorrow to discuss the Student Advisory Board. This Friday, the coffee, cocoa, cookies and career event will be held from 1 to 3 and SE for third one, which is literally just across the hallway. So please come. I will be sending a sign up sheet in the group meeting, asking for if you guys want to come help me man tables. That would be fantastic. I'd love your help. And then I will also be attending the Board of Trustees meeting on Thursday. If you have any questions or want to be involved in something, let me know. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the report of the student success chair? If not, then the report shall be filed. Last but not least, we have the report of the campus. You should just want to speak loudly. I'm so sorry.
Hello everyone, welcome to the meeting. So, President Matthew and I, market manager, discussing the effect in program. So, we need to love the kind of market open time, but tomorrow for the program. It's available between 11 to 1 p.m. We sign off or sign up. President Matthew and I have one-on-one meetings for organized everyone who contributes and especially conferences on the Andrea and they are committed to the support. Also attended the today. Thanks to the committee for sharing our part of the after the that's one of you. I was trying to remind you that we are and has been extended till next Monday. So I'm writing all the elements to participate. If you determine the process, please contribute to the guide. The organization has an high number of items will be one of the. So let's come together and make the policy pass.
Are there any questions regarding the report of the campus life chair? If not, then the report shall be filed and we will move on to the next order of business, which is announcements. Are there any announcements? Yes.
Again, please let all your friends and anyone that you know about the event tomorrow. In regards to donating meal swipes, I think it's very important. We have a goal of achieving 150 meal swipes. Hopefully, we can achieve that in the 11 to 2 p.m. Slot that we have. Also, please keep a lookout on your email and the group meet for future for further updates and regarding that meeting this week.
Any other announcements? If not, we'll move on to our next order of business, which is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Is anyone abstaining? If not, the meeting is now adjourned at 7:43 p.m.
Thank you. Good night.